Hello again, Susanna here, Angel Intuitive, Spiritual Guidance Counselor, and Intimacy Intuitive. And a little birds over here. I think G-Dog just went in. So, fun stuff. So, this video is going to go with another one because they kind of overlap. So, this one's going to go with the subliminals video that they're kind of overlapping. So some stuff's going to come in, but I'm going to focus on try to focus on one thing at a time. I'm going to try not to ramble and get lost in stress. So get frustrated, keeping it positive, keeping it real. Yeah, there goes the bubs. And sorry about my little plants in the back. It's right now. It's I think 6:30 p.m. and it's still like 107. Some of my poor little plants are beautiful first thing in the morning, but by the time I can get out here and breathe, it's they're a little sad. So, subject today, this week, I just want to say, turn it off. Turn it all off. And I'm talking about the news. So, first off, sorry, buggies, there are very few actual news channels anymore. I know, hate me if you want, believe what you want. There's a lot of media. There's a lot of news-associated media that talks about current events. We'll call it, yeah, it's better, current events channels, but they're all opinions. So it's opinion shows based on the news of the day. And, there's lots of different channels out there making money, and we're not getting all the information. So if you really want to find out what's really going on, and no, Facebook is not a news organization. Neither is Twitter. No social media is not news. Again, hey, maybe you want. But if you want to get a whole picture, you have to watch one from this side and one from this side, and hopefully you'll get a little closer to what's really going on. But there are a couple that actually give news, or they have news programs, and then they have the opinion programs. And I'm not getting into all that today. You can ask me about stuff like that, and I'll tell you the better places to go if you really want to know what's going on. But that's part of it. Not everyone wants to. Again, these media networks are about making money. Nothing wrong with that, but viewers, advertisers, pay money, and the more viewers they get, the higher the price they can charge for advertising. And the average person out there understands that. Capitalism is fabulous, yay! But as long as you're understanding that when you're watching this and absorbing the information, you get a better understanding, and you can take it with a grain of salt. So when I say turn it off, I literally mean that. I just had this conversation with someone the other day that was arguing a certain point, but it was this weird, repetitive terminology that she kept using, and what kept popping in my head, the visual is like, I know what network you're watching by your talking points. And that's the thing, each one has very similar talking points. And if you want to research a little more, go out and do a search online. I don't recommend the G-word search. I recommend using another form of search engine. But look up media repeating, do that search, or media repeating same lines. So many of them are using the same exact words. And I saw a documentary recently, well, I guess a couple months ago, and now I can't find it because I wanted to reference that today. But there's actually a website where all these media people go to get their subject matter for the day. Now, granted, a lot of it is on their teleprompters as they're doing their show, their program. So this is what goes into the other video on the subliminals, and we'll go deeper into some of that in the subliminal video. But one type of subliminal messaging is repeating things over and over and over. You know, what's the old quote? If you tell, that was Marxist or communist, said, actually I think it was Hitler. I have to research this one too. Who the quote was, the more you tell a lie, or after you tell a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. It doesn't become the truth, but the more you tell it, the more people believe it, because they've seen it in so many places, so they assume. And sadly today, we have this, what I call the microwave society, and even more so nowadays. Everybody wants everything right now. We want it now, we want it yesterday. We don't want to take the time to actually research. It's easier just to let someone tell us, especially with the internet. Just tell me what's going on. Just tell me, just give me the Cliff Notes. Do they even have those anymore? Showing my age. Reader's Digest version. It's like, just tell me what's going on and I'm good. But when we're fed this information over and over, little tidbits, or however they want us, however the media wants us to hear things or understand things, we miss out. Again, if someone says that a person said this, they're quoting someone, look for that quote. This is something I see so often that annoys me too, which is why I say, turn it off. Notice my subliminal, I'm just going to keep saying, turn it off. They play videos of someone speaking, but it's edited. They cut it off at a certain point, or they piece it together, and then people are like, oh my God, I can't believe that person said that. How dare them? Oh, it's disgusting, blah, 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 blah. But then if you go and you actually find the whole interview, the whole video, the whole whatever, and you get the comments in context, or in the actual full sentence even sometimes, you find out it's completely different. So it's kind of scary, knowing that we can be, or that we are being manipulated this way. So seek things out. When you hear something, if you're not sure, go look it up. You see little clips of something, go research the whole thing. It takes a little bit of extra time, not that much more these days, but try to check it out. So again, turn it off, turn it all off. So with this conversation I was having with someone that was freaking out, I said, you know what you need to do? Is you need to turn off your television, turn off your media, news media, for at least 2 weeks to break that spell. And for this woman who was so stressed out, I recommended, I said, take your phone, videotape yourself so you see what you look like. Videotape yourself getting angry about whatever the situation is, whatever the subject matter is. Tell the camera how you feel, like you're talking to someone. And we all have our little selfie things these days. You can do that pretty easily and just go, okay, this is the subject. I hate this and this and that person and that person. Notice all the negativity too. Again, when we get to the subliminal thing, this will make more sense too, or whichever way you watch these videos. So I said, turn it off for 2 weeks, record yourself, and then after those 2 weeks, read a book, research other things, watch documentaries on happy things, watch cooking shows, hang out. Oh my gosh, what a concept. Talk to friends and family, even though we're not really supposed to be around each other, that's a whole nother video. Have conversations, have real conversations, not about what's in the news, mainly politics. Again, read books, they're fabulous. And then after those 2 weeks, record yourself again, about the same subject matter. Maybe you still kind of feel the same, but you don't have this rage or this anxiety or the frustration at the same level. Maybe you were up here, now we're here. Or maybe you're just like, I don't even care about it anymore because you're not inundated with this over and over. Then see the difference, and then turn the media back on and see how it feels when you're watching it again, because you're going to pick up things. You're going to be more aware, because when you step away from it, you're going to see what you didn't notice before. Again, subliminal video, look that one up. because you're going to be more aware. You're releasing a lot of the stuff that's been put upon you that you're absorbing through your eyes into your brain. And it will change everything. Trust me on this one. Just try even a week if you think you can do that. I mean, you can listen to enough, like what I do when I can't watch. I don't watch anyway. I have it on so I can hear it, because there's different subliminal messaging coming through that way than what's coming through your eyes. And I get my news, most of my news from radio, so I get local and some national, so I know what's going on in the world. But and I pay attention. I talk to people who are actually on the front line, so to speak, so I can form my own opinion. What a concept! What a concept! People don't do that much anymore. But you'll also notice at the end of this time of turning it off, time, that your stress level's lower, and I can pretty much 100% guarantee you, when you videotape yourself, you're gonna look different. You're gonna look different because you're gonna look lighter. Because when we're angry, even when we're smiling, but we're stressed out, there's a difference to our appearance. And actually other people will notice as well. When you see people without the masks, they're gonna say, what are you doing different? Is your hair different? Are you using different makeup? Are you, whatever. So try that. Turn it off for 2 weeks. Try to go 2 weeks. And if you can't, try 1 week and see how that works. Get rid of the stress, get rid of the fear that's being put upon us from things being repeated. Okay? So have a beautiful week.